There's a moment before the end, a silence that doesn't belong. It sits in the room with you like a ghost you can't name. Your chest tightens. Your gut knows before your mind does. And then it happens. The phone lights up. The truth crawls out of the shadows. The double life. The other person. The months of lies wrapped in I love yous. Your reality doesn't crack. It detonates. Your brain has been lying to you, not out of stupidity, out of mercy. Psychologists call it betrayal blindness. Your mind filtering out the signs because the truth would have destroyed you before you were ready. You saw the distance, the coldness, the way they looked through you instead of at you. But your brain said, not yet, you're not strong enough. Until one day, you were out of time. Betrayal is a blade you never see coming. It doesn't flash in the light. It slips between your ribs in the dark while you're still smiling. Every half-truth was a cut, every redirect, every time they made you feel insane for asking questions. Another slice. The wound was always there. You just didn't know you were bleeding until you looked down and saw the floor covered in red. And here's the part that breaks you. They knew. While you were planning a future, they were managing a story. While you were vulnerable, they were calculating. The cruelty isn't the betrayal itself, it's the fact that you were the only one who didn't know the relationship was already over. Betrayal doesn't happen in a moment. It happens in 1,000 invisible choices before the reveal. But here's the part no one talks about. Why they did it. Why does someone who swore they loved you become the architect of your destruction? Because love and hate aren't opposites. Indifference is. And resentment? Resentment sits right in the middle, quiet and patient, waiting for its moment. Picture a man. He builds his life around a woman, provides, protects, shows up every single day, and slowly she stops giving back. No gratitude, no warmth, just cold, passive control. He bends, he adjusts, he tries harder, and the more he gives, the less she sees him. One day, he finds the messages, the other man, the secret life. When he confronts her, she doesn't apologize. She looks him dead in the eyes and says, "You weren't enough." But here's the truth she'll never admit. She resented him long before she betrayed him. Maybe it was his success. Maybe he reminded her of her own failures. Maybe she felt invisible, and instead of speaking up, she let it rot inside her. Resentment doesn't announce itself. It metastasizes. It turns every small annoyance into evidence, every disagreement into proof. It builds a case, brick by brick, until betrayal feels justified, until she's convinced herself she's not the villain. She's the victim who finally escaped. This is shadow projection. Her unhealed wounds become weapons aimed at you. She doesn't fix her pain. She makes you carry it. And when you finally break under the weight, she points at your reaction and says, "See? This is why I left." Resentment is a silent architect. It doesn't destroy the relationship in one explosive fight. It dismantles it in whispers, in withdrawn affection, in 1,000 micro-rejections you didn't even notice. By the time you see the betrayal, the foundation was already gone. Here's the truth. Resentment is the silent architect of betrayal. It builds the exit long before the door slams. And once the betrayal lands, your brain enters a war you never signed up for. After betrayal, nothing is safe. Not sleep, not silence, not your own mind. You lie awake replaying every moment, scanning for the signs you missed. You question everything. Was any of it real? Did they ever love you? Or were you just a placeholder until something better came along? You meet someone new and your body tenses. Not because they did anything wrong, because your nervous system remembers. It learned that intimacy is a trap. That closeness hides danger. that the person you trust most can be the one holding the knife. This is betrayal trauma, and it doesn't just live in your mind, it rewires your body. When trust shatters, your amygdala, the part of your brain that detects threat, goes into overdrive. Cortisol floods your system. Your attachment system, the blueprint you built for love, gets rewritten with a new rule. Closeness equals danger. It's not paranoia, it's survival. Your brain is trying to protect you from ever being blindsided again. But here's the cost. You become a soldier in your own relationships, scanning, testing, looking for inconsistencies, waiting for the other shoe to drop. Because the pain of being wrong again feels worse than being alone. Think of it like this. Betrayal is a shattered mirror. You can glue the pieces back together. You can make it functional again. But the cracks never disappear. Every time the light hits, you see them. That's what betrayal does. It doesn't just break trust. It becomes a scar you carry into every future bond. A reminder that love can lie, that people you die for can destroy you without flinching. And your body doesn't forget. Science proves it. Betrayal activates the same pain centers in your brain as physical injury. Your nervous system doesn't distinguish between the two. Pain is pain, and the wound stays open long after the person is gone. Remember this. Betrayal doesn't just break trust. It rewires your nervous system to expect danger in intimacy. So what do you do when the person you trusted becomes the scar you carry? You don't get over betrayal. You integrate it. You learn to carry it without letting it control you. You rebuild, not the person you were, but someone sharper, someone who sees clearer, someone who doesn't apologize for protecting their peace. Betrayal strips you down to nothing. It forces you to face the parts of yourself you've been ignoring. And if you're strong enough to sit with that pain instead of running from it, you come out forged. Not broken, forged. The cracks don't make you damaged, they make you real. They remind you that trust isn't something you hand out freely. It's something you give to people who've earned it. And that's not cynicism. That's wisdom. You're not a victim. You're a survivor with scar tissue and a clearer vision of who deserves a place in your life. The person who betrayed you thought they were ending you. What they actually did was reveal what you're made of. And now you move differently. Eyes open, heart guarded, but still capable of love. Just not blind love. Never again. Drop a comment below. Have you experienced betrayal that changed how you see relationships? Share your story. You're not alone in this.